I am so excited for today, bending reality. Today is going to be absolutely activating, mind-blowing, transformative. So we're going to take a few more minutes here to say hello, and we're going to dive in. Let me know if you guys can hear Danielle. Hi, Danielle. We got Sarah, Vince, Vaughn. Yes, Milla. Hi, Milla. Olivia, Claudia. Hello, welcome. Type in the chat what it is that you want to get most out of today's masterclass. Type it in the chat. Type in what are you bending? What are you bending into your life? What are you bending out of your life? What are you looking to bend in your unique universe, in your unique hologram? Type it in the chat. Claudia says, hi, everyone. Milla with the hearts. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Vaughn is here. Yes, Haley says, hey. Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Let me know where you guys are coming from as well. Let me know where you're from. Abundance. I love that. Claudia says, limitless confidence and abundance. Claudia, I'm so grateful that you're here. Yes, thank you, Haley. Haley says, I can hear you. Want to learn to receive more income in my business and do it in a fun way. More love, more inner peace, more abundance, more bliss. And I am in Atlanta. I love it. Thank you, Haley, for sharing. So let's keep going here. From Austria, Claudia, middle of Arizona. Yep, that's right. We're in the middle of Arizona. That's what Eliza says. Yes. New life options for my imagination. Love that. Improved health. Love that. Let go of the past. Inner peace. Joy. Oops, the screen just went off here. Hold on one second. All right. So for some reason, my screen just turned off. I'm not sure why. Once it comes back on, I'll start reading the comments. Today is going to be lots of activation, lots of belief transformation. We're going to go through some science, we'll go through some physics, and we're going to talk about how to bend reality and really the mindset around bending reality. Because what I've noticed from now helping hundreds of people with this work is it's not that anybody is special. It's not that I'm special or that I'm different or that my clients are different. None of that. What it is it's a belief. It's a belief in oneself to make the shift, to have the thing show up, to have the transformation. A belief that of course it's going to happen to me. Of course it's to me. Of course it's going to show up. Of course things will change. Of course, fill in the blank. I'm going to heal. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to attract my specific person. I'm going to have that purpose work business and it's going to feel fun. And I'm going to have the time of my life serving my heart out to my community, to the world, giving my gifts to the world. And I'm going to make a ton of money in the process because that's the byproduct of me having the time of my life. Of course, I'm going to make lots of money. And that's exactly what happened to me my first year in business. I did over 6 figures my first year in business. I had no idea what I was doing. I was having fun. I was serving people. I was giving back. I was helping people. And I looked at the year and I did well over 6 figures. Like, wow. So anything is possible with this work. And it all starts with you. Cliche. I know I've heard it a million times. I know you probably heard it a million times. It starts with you believing in you. No one is that special that it doesn't get to work for you. You're not that special. You're not that special that it doesn't get to work for you. It gets to work for you. It gets to happen for you. I'm going to really stretch you. I'm going to challenge you. We're going to play. We're going to have a lot of fun today. And we're going to really stretch and challenge in belief. Belief. Not only does it get to happen for me, it's already done. It's already done. And because it's already done, I'm talking, I'm walking, I'm acting as that version of self, as that concept of self. That's my identity. That's my identity. Type it in the chat. Identity. Identity. Type it in the chat. Identity. What you're getting in life is a reflection of your identity, is a reflection of your self-concept. That's what you're getting back in life. It's who I believe myself to be. It's what I believe is possible for myself. It's my lens that I view the world. And how I view the world, the lens that I view the world with, is actually how I see myself. It's how I see myself deep, deep, deep down inside. So if I'm viewing the world as gotta work hard to make money, gotta work hard to make money, it's gotta be a grind. The harder I work, the more money I make. Of course, it happens for them, of course, but it's never going to happen for me. Of course, they attract their specific person. They get to meet the person of their dreams. They get to get married, but it's not going to happen. That doesn't happen for me. That's not me. That's not my story. I meet somebody and then they turn out to be another version of my past relationship. That's my story. These are the thoughts. These are the identity. This is deeply, these thoughts are deeply attached to, so attached to that they become the identity. So now I'm identifying as the person who does not receive their specific person in a easy, fun, spontaneous way that feels good, that feels exciting, that feels trustworthy, that feels committed, that values expansion, somebody that values expansion, somebody that values evolution, somebody that values trust, that values connection, intimacy. So this is about shifting your identity, your self-concept. Because whatever you believe to be true about yourself, whatever your story is, and the story isn't good, the story isn't bad, the story isn't right, it's not wrong. It's, is the story, is the identity serving me? Am I receiving back in life why I came here? Am I getting back in life why I came? Because I came here for a specific reason. I came here for a very specific reason. Am I fulfilling my dharma? We could call it. That's what the yogis call it, dharma, my purpose. And that could be anything from raising the most incredible children to building a multi-million-dollar business. It could be, it could also be you just being your authentic self. That could also be your dharma, just being a human being as your most authentic self. So let's take a moment here to observe What might be in your reality that's reflecting a past self identity, an identity that you believed in the past, because right now is a new moment. 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 Now. So any thought that I had before now is the past. Any thought that I had before, just what I just said, that's the past. That's the past. Now's the new moment. So what might be hanging around that was created from the past self? What stories, what might be showing up in your reality that you want to bend, that you want to have something else show up? You want to have something come in. What's hanging around? What's the story? What's the thought? What's the behavior? What is hanging around from the past that's creating a reality that's not serving you at the highest level? Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. So Haley says, lack on every level. Story, I have to work very hard to receive, or I have to overgive. Thank you for sharing that, Haley. Claudia says, loving a guy might cost me my life. Thank you for sharing, Claudia. Susan says, victimhood. Thank you for sharing, Susan. I can't get better. It only gets worse. Thank you for sharing, Heather. So type it in the chat, whatever you're aware of that repeating thought form, repeating story, repeating emotion, type it in the chat. And what we're doing is we're looking at it. We're creating space between us and that past self version, that old past self identity. So we're creating space between us and the past self identity. And we're not going to judge it. We're not going to condemn it. We're not going to say it's good, bad, right, wrong. We're simply observing it, looking at it, being with it, being present with it. Anything that I'm deeply present with, I bring to the light. And this is the definition of enlightenment, to bring to the light. So even if, because a lot of you are familiar with this work, a lot of you have done this work, this identity work, personality work. Every time you look at that aspect of self, that aspect of consciousness that is no longer serving you, you are dissolving it at deeper layers. You're dissolving it at deeper layers because there's layers to worthiness. There's layers to lovable. There's layers to abandonment. There's layers to showing up for yourself. There's layers to self-trust. There's layers to confidence. There's layers to intuition. This work is evolution and growth over a lifetime. Evolution and growth over a lifetime. You're going to be in this work until the day you depart this planet. You'll be constantly becoming more enlightened, more light, less shadow. And it's not linear. It's not linear. So it's not A to B. Nope, that's not it. It's A, B, all the way back down over here to E, and then you're over here at 1, 2, 3. So it's falling in love with the journey. It's falling in love with the process. It's falling in love with staying awake in your dream. It's falling in love with staying awake in your dream. So what does that mean to stay awake in your dream? What does that mean to stay awake in your dream? Type it in the chat. If I'm getting my identity, if the hologram is mirroring back to me my identity, my self-concept, what I believe to be true about myself, the story, the narrative, my thinking, feeling, and acting, my behavior. What does it mean to stay awake? Not only stay awake, but fall in love. Fall in love with staying awake in my dream. Yes, Melissa says being aware and observing self and know who we really are. Yes. Heather says be in the now, even though it's not here yet. Exactly. Present. Become more in love with the future than with the past. Thank you, Aliza. Be more present equals let go of old story equals stop old habits. Thank you, Haley. Yes. Be present. Be present. Catching my negative thought patterns and not identifying with them. Yes, Olivia, thank you for sharing. Caroline, be present in front of triggers. Thank you for sharing, Caroline. Heart-centered. Thank you for sharing, Danielle. It's very simple. Bending reality is the simplest thing you can do. It's why you came here. It's literally why you came here. You came here to planet Earth. Earth is a school. Who has heard that? Who's heard that Earth is a school? I'm curious to see how many people. Okay, yeah. So Danielle has heard it. That's like a super Wendy's heard it. Heather's heard it. Yeah, it's very well known. Earth is a school. Yes, Kimberly's heard it. Karina's heard it. It's why you came here. You literally came here to master simplicity, to master presence, to master bending reality, creating reality, not by dragging your body through space-time, not by working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And there's nothing wrong with this, right? Is that really why you came here, though? Maybe you did. Now, if you're in your purpose work and you're thriving and you love working the 80 hours a week, that's different. But if you're in a job and you're resenting going to that job, if you're dreading going to that job, if deep, deep, deep down inside, you know that you're meant to be doing something else, you're meant to be, and this on the beach in Mexico, drinking fun cocktails. It could be anything. Your purpose could be literally anything. It could be you hanging out on the beach, drinking cocktails in pure joy and pure bliss and pure ecstasy because you in that frequency is actually benefiting all of humanity. You in joy frequency, you in bliss frequency, you in ecstasy is benefiting all of humanity. Why is that? Why is it when you're in joy, when you're in ecstasy, when you're in peace, when you're in love, it's benefiting all of humanity? Why is that? That is a fact. That's a scientific fact. And the reason why it's a scientific fact is because our nervous systems, our fields interact with each other all the time, 24/7. You can't turn it off. And there's a great study. They took a Buddhist monk, and maybe you've heard this study, very popular study, and they put this monk in a city. And the monk, just the monk's presence, just the monk being there, the crime rate went down. The crime rate of the city went down from the monk's presence. Just the monk being there, the crime rate of the city went down. You can Google that. You can find that study. You can look it up. Same thing with groups of meditators. When there's groups of meditators, the crime rate drops. Crime goes down. Everything is deeply connected. Everything is deeply connected. There is no separation. There's zero separation between me and you. Zero. You can channel me. I can channel you. This is channeling. How is it that people channel? Why can we do that? It's because there's no separation. You can remote view, you can astral project, you can visit other galaxies, you can visit other dimensions. You are a multi-dimensional being living a multi-dimensional life. The exact same energy that's making up this cup, this little shaker bottle, is the exact same energy that's making up Aliza next to me. It's the exact same energy. So the exact same energy that's making up this shaker cup at the subatomic level, So if I were to take this and look at it underneath a microscope, I'm going to see these subatomic particles. And these particles, they're popping in and out of space very fast, a little over 8 times per second. So they're popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out. And when I look at the coherence of the energy, it's very, very coherent. It's very fast, very coherent, very fast energy at the subatomic level. What energy is very fast and very coherent? What energy is very fast and very coherent? Type it in the chat. What frequency is that? So if you're familiar with the frequencies, the Hertz vibrational scale, how energy works, what frequency is that? Type it in the chat. Very fast, very coherent. Love. Love energy. Yes. Haley, love. Love is the very fast one. Yes. Not just any love, it's unconditional love. It's unconditional love. So it's loving without any thought. Because the minute I think, a thought is a concept. A thought is a concept, and it's a mind-made concept. It's a mind-made concept. So the minute I have a thought, I'm actually taking the infinite and I'm putting it in a concept. And that's a thought. It's a mind-made concept. So out of the infinite potentials, out of the infinite thoughts, out of infinity, I have a thought. Okay, I love this person because they're kind, because they're peaceful, they've had a hard life, whatever the thinking is, right? That's all loving conditionally, even if it's positive, So to love unconditionally without any conditions, zero conditions, it's hard to you can't describe it with words, because the minute I use words, I'm actually confining it. So the minute I say it's unconditional love, it's not actually unconditional love. It's something much more than that. It's ecstasy, it's bliss, it's oneness, it's wholeness, it's orgasmic, it's a feeling. It's a feeling, right? I'm trying to describe energy. What is energy? It's a feeling. It's an emotion. Energy and motion. It's a feeling. So I'll never be able to describe it. I'll never be able to put it into words. I'll never be able to speak it, but I can point to it. And this is where the mystics come in. This is where the yogis come in. This is Eckhart Tolle, one of my favorite mystics, Eckhart Tolle. He says that he can point to the truth, but he can never say the truth. Because once you say the truth, you've boxed it. You've put it in a mind-made concept. So if that's the case, which it is, then what that means is that if I want to bend reality, I must stay out of any and all mind-made concepts. If I want to bend reality, I must stay out of any and all mind-made concepts. I must stay out of the analytical mind. I must stay out of the ego, the false concept of self. I must stay out of identity. Now, do we talk about identity? Do I talk about identity? Yes, I do talk about identity to point to something bigger, because it's simple to say, hey, we've got to go from this identity that never happens to me. It always happens to them, but it never happens to me. I'm not that special. I'm not that special. We've got to go from that identity to the identity of it happens every day to me. Miracles happen every day to me. Of course, the love of my life is running at me, texting me, showering me with gifts, showing me respect, wanting to take me on dates. Of course, we've got to, words are here to assist us in a deeper truth, a deeper experience. So you'll hear me, we'll talk about different things like identity. We'll use words. We'll point. I will do my best to point to the truth. The real truth is there's nothing, there's no word, there's nothing I can say, there's no mind-made concept to you. That's the truth. You are the observer to all, to all the thoughts, to all the emotions, to all the different identities, the different self-concepts, the different characters in the play. You are the observer. You are also the director. You're the director in the play. You're the producer in the play. You're the character in the play. You're all three all at once. Because you're the infinite, vast observer. Any movement itself is not you. So when you shift identities, when you have different thoughts, when you have different emotions, different sensations in your body, none of it is you. When you're looking for who you are, who am I? I'm looking. You looking is not you. So the act of looking, the act of seeking is not you. That's not how you find you. Now you've become the seeker. Now you've become the looker. You're the observer to all of it. It's not something that you can wrap your mind around. It's so big. It's so infinite. It's so huge. It's so vast. That's the truth. That's the truth. And when we can go back to who we really are, when you can go back to who you really are, which is that observer to everything and anything, everywhere all at once, that's who you really are. From that place, from that energy, from that level of coherence, from that level of energy, from that place, you can choose what experience you do want to have. You can choose what body you want to have, what health you want to have, how you want to feel, what specific person you want, what purpose work you want, how much money do you want in your bank account. You can choose what you want to observe in this now moment because you are the observer. So you get to choose what you want to observe in this now moment. So if I want to observe Andrea with abs, like this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this 6-pack, if I want to observe that Andrea, and the big muscles and the energized, sexy body. I put on those pants and I'm like, woo, yes, my butt looks good. My thighs look good. I'm ready to go. Like, if I want to observe that version of Andrea, then I must consistently, persistently, sincerely, sincerely match the energy of that version of self. So I must return back to the I am. I must return back to the I am, the observer, the I am. How do I do that? Well, I've got to alter my brain waves. I've got to connect to my breath. I've got to alter. Breath is one of the quickest ways to alter your brain waves. I can't do it in beta because if I'm in beta, I'm in my ego. I'm in my analytical mind. Beta is the thinking brainwave. Beta is the analytical, analyzing, planning. What's going to come next? What am I going to do next? So I've got to connect to my breath. Got to go deeper into my breath. I've got to become aware of the aliveness in my body. That's another great way to alter my brain waves. We got to go into alpha, which is creativity, resourcefulness, security, safety. That's a flow state. This is an alpha brainwave. And from here, this is deep, deep presence. Alpha, theta. This is presence. This is the present brainwave, also known as the genius brainwave, alpha. The flow state. When they look at all the great Olympic athletes and they look at geniuses, they spend a lot of time in alpha. Presence, alpha. And from here, from this place, how am I feeling? So sit up nice and tall. Let's do this together so that you can know what I'm sharing here, so that you can feel what I'm feeling. And I don't share this that often like I used to, but there's no way I could do this Zoom right now if I wasn't in alpha. There's absolutely no way. The past self, Andrea, I remember I did a yoga class one time. I taught a yoga class one time on Zoom and I had a panic attack. That was the past self, Andrea. This was maybe 3 years ago. You can do anything in alpha. Anything. Doesn't matter who's in front of you. Doesn't matter what you need to do. Anything. You can be anyone in alpha. You can do anything in alpha. You can attract anything in alpha because you're present. You're deeply, deeply present. You're not thinking about, oh my gosh, what are these people thinking about me? Ooh, my skin. Are they looking at my skin? Oh, what if I say the wrong thing? What if they don't like me? That doesn't exist in alpha. That chatter, that monkey mind, the limiting beliefs, the self-doubt, the critic dissolves in alpha. It dissolves in alpha. So sit up nice and tall. Deep inhales through your heart to your brain. Deep exhales. Mouth closed. And we're inhaling and exhaling through both nostrils. So we're oxygenating the left hemisphere. We're oxygenating the right hemisphere. And we're creating whole brain activity with our breath. Just bring your chin slightly down. The best tip that I have, one of the best tips that I have for alpha, rotate your eyeballs up 15 degrees. 3 deep breaths, like I shared, will put you right into alpha. So rotate those eyeballs up 15 degrees. Just like if imagine you were looking at a TV on a wall. Imagine the TV is 15 degrees up and you've got to rotate your eyeballs 15 degrees up to watch the TV, that will put you in alpha with 3 deep breaths. Chin slightly down, engages the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the rest, relax, rejuvenate nervous system. So when we're in alpha, you guys keep breathing, keep doing the exercise. I'm going to keep sharing. When we're in alpha, when you're in this state right now, observe how you feel safe. Observe how you feel secure. Observe how you feel like a deep peace, a deep safety, security, resourcefulness. Observe how you're feeling. Notice how you're not thinking. You're not thinking. In this moment, you're free of thought. Observe how it's a feeling, it's a sense, it's a feeling, it's a sense. Anything is possible. There's no more limiting beliefs here. There's no self-talk here. There's no thinking here. Your authentic self here in this brainwave. You are your authentic self in this brainwave. Creative, resourceful, safe, secure, in peace, in love. There's a love here. There's a gratitude here, a natural gratitude, a natural enjoyment is here in this brainwave. Alpha. Anything is possible here. And if I was to put a heart rate monitor on you in this moment, we would see coherence starting to form, or maybe it has formed in your heart. And this coherence from the heart is now informing the brain. And there's a field around the heart. There's a natural field around the heart. And this heart starts to expand in this brainwave, in this breath that you're doing right now. This field, according to the Heart Math Institute, is magnetic. So there's an institute that studies the heart. It's called the Heart Math Institute. And what they found in their studies, they've been studying the heart for many, many years, is that this field is magnetic. And you're literally magnetizing particles to you. You're magnetizing at the subatomic level particles because you're magnetic. And these particles are magnetic. Particles have a charge to them. There's a charge to particles. What makes up that version of you? What makes up your specific person? What makes up the money in your bank account? What makes up reality? Particles. Particles make up reality. So by you staying in this breath, staying in alpha, staying in presence, staying connected to your breath, you're magnetizing your specific person to you with your heart, because your heart is magnetic. You're literally pulling them to you. You're calling them to you. You're attracting them to you in this now moment. Right now on this workshop, you're attracting your specific person. Right now on this workshop, you're healing your body. Right now in this moment, you're healing your body. The vagus nerve is activated. The vagus nerve is the longest running nerve in the body. When you're in a deep state of coherence, peace, gratitude, love, brain and heart coherence, the vagus nerve is activated. And this is called the healing nerve. The healing nerve. It's the longest running nerve in your body, and your body's immune system goes up. Blood cells start to populate. Studies have shown reverse of disease, illness. Your gut starts to heal itself. Neurons in the brain start to rewire themselves. Studies have shown aggressive cancers stopping, reversing with activation of the vagus nerve. There are studies out there that show that. Not only that, but you're rearranging the particles in the quantum field. You're rearranging the particles in the quantum field with your energy. Because the heart field, that's a field and it's magnetic. So it's having an effect. It's having an effect on particles in the field. It's having an effect on those particles. It's magnetic. The brain is electrical. So when you're in brain and heart coherence, when you're in this breath, when you're in this state of being, you have a very strong signal, a very strong field. And this heart field expands. Scientists have measured this heart field up to 3 meters wide, your heart field. And the heart field, it carries out. It carries out. So yes, they've measured it up to 3 meters wide, but these waves that are being produced by you, that are being generated by you, keep going. They keep going. They go out. Just like a Wi-Fi, just like your internet. So even though you're in a building right now, you're still getting internet, right? Why is that? It's because the internet waves, those waves go through the walls of the building. They carry out, they go through walls, they go through space-time, and your device picks up those waves, and you get the internet on your computer, and you get to watch me on this Zoom. It's the exact same thing with your heart. It's the exact same thing with your electromagnetic field. These waves carry out, and these waves influence matter. They bend reality, these waves. And all of a sudden, you stay consistent, you stay persistent, you stay sincere. All of a sudden, you get a text from your specific person. Oh, that's weird. Where did that come from? I've wanted them to text me. I wanted them to reach out to me. And here they are texting me. You look at your body and your pants fit better. Oh, wow, my pants fit better. My pants are more loose. Oh, I have more energy today. I have a lot more energy today. Oh, the rash on my skin is cleared up. Where did it go? Where did the rash on my skin go? Now I can put on that outfit that I've wanted to wear and go out and feel confident, feel sexy, feel good about myself. Know that I have clear skin and turning heads as I walk down the street on a Friday night. Whatever your heart's desire is, whatever your heart's desire is. Oh, wow, here comes a business idea. Whoa, there it is. Okay, that's the program I want to launch. That's the program that I want to send out into the world. That's my offer. That's what I do. That's my service. That's the business plan I'm going to do. You start getting these downloading. You start downloading information from your higher self in this state of being that you're in right now. In this state of being that you're in right now. You start getting transmissions from your higher self, downloads, transmissions, nudges, hunches. And you find yourself going live on Instagram. You find yourself going live on Facebook. You find yourself selling your offers. You find yourself setting new boundaries with your clients so that it doesn't feel too heavy, so that you have space to create and have fun and have it feel fun and have it feel light. And you raise your prices in your business and people are paying gladly because you're the one. And it feels light. It feels fun. You're rolling in the money from giving your gift to the world, from serving the world. That's the energy. That's the frequency. That's the reality that you are tuning into in this now moment. It starts here. It starts with presence. It starts in alpha. We can talk about gamma. Gamma is super consciousness, the brainwave of gamma. Theta. Theta is the doorway to the subconscious mind. Theta is very relaxed. It's a very relaxed state. So it's your ability to alter your brainwaves, just like we did together, just like you did today. It's your ability to alter your brainwaves at will that allows you to bend reality at will. You're a multi-dimensional being living a multi-dimensional life. You're not meant to just live in beta. That's not what you're designed to do. You will get sick. You will get a disease. You will have some kind of crisis by living your life in beta. You're not meant for that. We're not meant for that. You're not designed for that. You're not designed to be in anxiety for long periods of time. You're not designed to be in overwhelm for long periods of time. You're not designed to be burnt out, to be exhausted, to be in lack, you're not designed for that. And that's why we get sick. That's why you get sick. Because the body is physically not designed to be in stress for long periods of time. It's not designed for it. You're not designed for it. Now, society wants you to believe the opposite. Society wants you to believe that you need to have plan A, B, C, D. That's what society wants. Society wants you to have everything planned out and to be thinking, just think. You get as much as you possibly can done in a day. Do as much as you can. Constantly be on, scrolling the social media, scrolling the YouTube, scrolling. It's a constant high beta. That's society programming. Not good, not bad, not right, not wrong. Is it serving me? Is it serving me? Is that really why I came here? Is that really why I came here? Why did I come here? If Earth is a school and it's a school for energy, why did I come here? And I'm not going to spend or waste one more moment creating reality in this state of being, because it doesn't work. It might work for a little bit. The body can't handle it. The body gets sick. The body breaks down. There's only so long you can go in one dimension of reality, beta. This is about living your life in a state of presence. This is about living your life, making your life the meditation, making your life the moving, walking, talking meditation. It's about staying awake in your dream, staying in alpha. Now, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to always do it. You don't have, no, it's not about that. It's about catching yourself. It's about catching yourself. Okay, I'm doing the dishes. I'm going to go into brain and heart coherence doing the dishes. I'm going for a walk. I'm going to stay in brain and heart coherence going for a walk. I'm on this Zoom with you guys. I'm in my breath right now. I'm in my breath. I'm connected to my breath. I'm sensing and feeling my body. I'm staying out of the thinking mind. I'm allowing the information to flow through me. I'm allowing a, if you want to call it a higher power, I'm allowing a higher power to flow through me and to me be the vessel to this higher power, my higher self. You can call it your higher self, whatever you want to call it. You're not meant to do life alone. You're not meant to do life all by yourself. You're not meant to do life in beta. Now, is beta good if you need to sit down and really analyze something? And yes, absolutely. When it's not good is when the analytical mind leads you. Because your heart is meant to lead you. Your heart is meant to lead you, and your analytical mind is meant to serve you. The heart is a very powerful brain. There are 60,000 more connections, heart to brain, 60,000 more connections, heart to brain, than brain to heart. The heart is 100,000 times stronger electrically, 100,000 times stronger. These aren't small numbers. This is a big number electrically than the brain. The heart is 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. The heart has neurites in it, which are like neurons. The heart makes choices, decisions, it has knowings. The heart is a brain, and it's that brain that's meant to lead you in life. And the ego, the analytical mind, is meant to be the servant to the heart. How do we access that brain? It's in alpha. That's how you access that brain. It's in alpha. It's in a deep state of presence. Now, from that state, when you're connected to your breath, when you're learning to move your body in that state, when you're learning to stay conscious, when you're learning to stay awake, when you've embodied the practices, when you've embodied the tools, and you're living as this multidimensional being that you are, you get to choose what thoughts you do want to have. You get to choose what you do want to imagine. And it's not analytical. So it's not an analytical process. It's more of a, I'm in the feeling, I'm in the state, I'm in safety, I'm in security. And I'm feeling, I'm using my imagination. But first I'm in the feeling state. First I'm in the state. So first I'm feeling free. I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling secure. I'm feeling resourceful, creative. And now I can use my imagination and see myself lifting those big, heavy weights at the gym without any back pain, without struggling. I can see myself feeling energized, going for walks with the love of my life in the Arizona desert during the sunset and enjoying a moment together. I can see myself. I can imagine opening my bank account and there's thousands of dollars in my bank account and anything is possible as far as what vacation I want to go on with the love of my life, with my little family, and what we're going to do, where we're going to stay. Fill in the blank. This is how you bend reality. It's very simple. It's very simple. It requires living different. It requires living different. It's a lifestyle change. Bending reality, changing reality, shifting realities, jumping to different timelines. It's a lifestyle change. It's showing up differently. Am I connected to my breath? Am I present? Have I returned back to the I am, unconditional love, authenticity? And am I using my imagination from that energy? Am I showing up in each moment in that energy? Am I showing up in each moment in that energy? I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to stretch you. Stay in this energy for the rest of your day, for the rest of your night. And when you find yourself coming out of it, excuse yourself and go do the little breathing exercise that we did. Turn on this Zoom, go through the exercise that we did. 72 hours is how long it takes for you to see some kind of sign. That's Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard, 72 hours. Neville Goddard. Jose Silva says the same thing, 72 hours. Greg Braden says the same thing, 72 hours. Stay in this energy. Hold the energy. Don't go unconscious. Stay in gratitude. Stay in unconditional love, presence. Get lost in the act. Fall in love with the act. Do those dishes ecstatic. Do those dishes in pure ecstasy. Vacuum the floors in ecstasy. Go for your walk in gratitude. And let your imagination run wild from that energy and know that you're bending reality. It's science. It's science. You're bending reality. You're literally changing the particles. You're changing the particles with the field around your body, with the field around your heart, with the electromagnetic field around your body. You're interacting with those particles and you're changing the particles. So all of a sudden you get the text. All of a sudden you get the phone call. All of a sudden the rash is gone. The back pain is alleviated. The asthma clears up. You meet your specific person. You get the business idea. You go live on Facebook. You set the boundaries that you know you've needed to set for the past 3 months. You set those boundaries. And it starts to feel light. It starts to feel fun. You start to get your creativity. Money comes in because people respect people with boundaries. People respect people with confidence. Money comes in. The business thrives. That's your challenge for today. That's your stretch for today. Tomorrow will be day 2. Show back up here tomorrow, day 2. Share in the Facebook group what has shown up. What symbol, what sign, what synchronicity, what miracle. Share in the Facebook group. If you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, do so after this Zoom session by going to the email and clicking on that link and joining the Facebook group. Share in the group what has shown up. What symbol, what sign, what synchronicity. Did your specific person text you? Did they call you? Is your body feeling better? Are you feeling more energized? Oh my gosh, there's $100 that somebody just gifted me. Whatever it is, share it in the Facebook group. Let's get excited. Let's have fun. Let's celebrate together. And I will see you here tomorrow, 2 o'clock. And if you're looking to go deeper and really master altered states of consciousness, master the nervous system, opening the chakras, changing the particles in the quantum field with meditation. Meditation bootcamp is open. Meditation bootcamp is open. The pre-sale is live. It is $555 for the pre-sale. 3-week experience to really master using meditation to bend reality. This is my signature program. This is the program where I did a testimony from a client. I posted on my Instagram. She manifested a large sum of money. She manifested a big check in the mail. Her business started taking off. Her business started thriving. The relationship with her family healed. Now she talks to them. She has good communication. They're going and doing trips together. They went to Disney World together. This is the course for you. So message me today for that, for the pre-sale. You can also find it on my Instagram page. And I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. EST. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Share in the Facebook group. Bye.